Hi and welcome to JohnRayner.tv. In this episode, I'd like to ask you the question, are you leveraging the power of visual communication? Are you using the power of visual communication? Now look, in what I'm about to share, it's Communication 101. It should be very vanilla or very plain, but what fascinates me is the numbers that I'll share with you based on research were established more than 40 years ago by the likes of Dr. Mehrabian out of the UCLA or University of California in Los Angeles. And of course, there's been even more enhanced research to demonstrate and prove such findings since then, which basically shows that about 7% of communication is absorbed when it's written. I'll just put W for short and to minimize time. And then in terms of audio communication, makes up about 38%. And then last but not least, people absorb about 55%. 55% of communication is absorbed by visual. And by visual, I mean in terms of seeing you, seeing your business, seeing your product, seeing your service, seeing the value, seeing the testimonials of the people that it's affected. It's seeing things like your body language, or BL for short, or facial expressions, FE for short. So even though this is Communication 101, here's what fascinates me. We have all these tools and mediums today and platforms to send communication, and we can send written, we can communicate in audio fashion, or we can communicate in visual fashion, i.e. video. And you'll hear me saying over and over and over, when you have the chance to communicate in a visual fashion, if you can't be in the room with the person, then at any given time, your best bet or your greatest advantage in communication is when you leverage the power of visual. And so we can do that so easy now. If you need a video conference, you can use Skype or you can use Zoom. And look, if visual's not possible, maybe your audience doesn't want to be face-to-face for a particular communication. Maybe they don't like being in front of the camera when you're actually communicating. Therefore, the next best option is, of course, audio. So what am I trying to say here? I'm saying that it fascinates me how many times people will resort to, or by default, use written, whether it be in email or whether it be in text or whether it be in documentation form or just a standard report, but without backing it up with audio, or more preferably visual when possible. So look, the next time that you've got an important message to get across, let's just say you've got to send a message across with a really poignant point to a prospect or a client, and maybe the message is less than a minute. Then rather than just writing that email, which is going to get caught up with probably the dozens of other emails that they receive, and then you never know whether they've read or unread or whether they've reacted or not, then why not just record yourself in a video fashion? That way people can see your facial expressions, they can see your body language, similar to what I'm doing now with you here in this visual format. And why don't you just email the thumbnail of that video that people can click on it and actually watch it in whatever platform you choose to put it on? Why don't you just send it from your phone via a message? There's so many ways we can get our visual messages across now. Sometimes when I've got something to say to somebody, whether it be a loved one, a friend, or in business, I'll just do a quick 20, 30, maybe 40-second video in order to be able to give them a better chance of absorbing that which I want to say according to this information. So there's nothing wrong with the written. There's nothing wrong with audio. But when you have the opportunity, whenever you can, consider and apply the power of visual communication. I hope this helps and look forward to seeing you on the next episode of JohnRayner.tv.